concept of Lok Adalat is an innovative Indian contribution to the global jurisprudence, case medicine, and under the able guidance of honorable dignitaries.
Honorable Justice and Santosh Hegde for messages and inspirational force for our success. His Lordship has accepted our invitation to preside over the inaugural session of the Mega Lokal High Court of Karnataka State with a request to inaugurate the Mega Lokal. Executive Chairman, Karnataka State Legal Services Authority is always a driving force to set High Legal Services Authority and High Court Legal Services Committee. Extend a warm on behalf of Karnataka State Legal Services Authority and High Court Legal Services Committee, extend warm welcome to His Lordship. Honorable Srimati Justice S. Sujata, Judge High Court of Karnataka and President Arbitration Center. Honorable Shri Justice B. Veerappa, Judge High Court of Karnataka. Honorable Shri Justice G. Narendra, Judge High Court of Karnataka, have responded to our invitation and made it convenient to attend the inaugural session as guest of honor. Advocate General, Government of Karnataka, Shri M. B. Nalgund, Additional Council Chairman, Karnataka State Bar Council, Shri A. P. Ranganath, President, Advocates Association, Bengaluru. I, on behalf of Karnataka State Legal Services Authority, program physically and to virtual mode from Dharwad and Kalburgi benches.
The Constitution of India has characterized and declared, I quote, to secure to every one of the subjects of India justice, social, monetary, political, freedom and equity as the shared objectives for the people, unquote. The unceasing estimation of constitutionalism lies in the rule of law, which has three aspects: rule by law, rule under law, and rule as indicated by law. In the legitimate framework as it works in India, any wrong is viewed as an issue. Of course, the goal of alternative dispute resolution is to make the equity framework more affordable and effectively open to the needy. The concentration is to stay away from the quarrels and build up a symphonious connection between the debating parties by settling the questions through Lok Adalat. The idea of Lok Adalat started in India amidst the British rule to control the voice of the general population. Post-independence, this idea has been revived and it has turned out to be exceptionally well known, and studies have established that it is a standout amongst the most proficient and critical ADR instrument, which is most suited to the Indian condition, culture and social interest. Lok Adalats are a mix of each of the three types of customary ADR, that is arbitration, mediation, conciliation, negotiation. Access to justice for all is the vision of legal services in India. Legal Services Authority was established with the noble object of providing free and competent legal services to the weaker sections of the society and to ensure that justice is not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disabilities, and to organize Lok Adalats and to secure that operation of the legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity. Lok Adalats have become an important instrument for deciding the disputes, cases with sense of finality and to the satisfaction of the disputing parties. In the last couple of years, the movement has become more popular, and this is reflected by the quantum leap in the number of cases. In the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, social distancing, avoiding mass gatherings and cleanliness have become the daily norms. The courts and Lok Adalats are no exception. However, the litigant public and the advocates were eagerly for 24/7 2020 of the Lok Adalat, and social media platform was also made use of. The benefits of e-Lok 2020 by His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice. Apart from this, Legal Services Authority has conducted regular Lok benches, which was constituted in the previous two Lok Adalats was 875 and 15,009 in interacting with the judicial officers of the respective districts. In fact, most of the judges
forefront and to settle more number of cases in Lok Adalat. We have to work hard to make Lok Adalat as its most favorable model justice. Then only we can rightly say Lok Adalat as a temple of justice. The contribution of Karnataka Legal Fraternity is very significant as they have extended their cooperation and coordination with Legal Service Authority and other functionaries by joining the hands, make Lok Adalat as a mechanism to speedy justice and work day and night, even the highly dangerous pandemic corona period also. As we are striving for a level best to devise a mechanism to help out the client and litigants, I request all advocates to come forward with a version, achieve the zero pendency of the case in all the courts. This is to be achieved only by legal fraternity. We should come forward for a good cause of advocate and judiciary always describes they are the two faces of the same coin. Karnataka State Legal Service Authority and the High Court of Karnataka for educating the client and ensuring the advocates to participate in the Lok Adalat in a maximum number. The Karnataka State Bar Council Law Academy workshops is bridging the gap between the common man and judiciary, the need of an hour to popularize the concept of Lok Adalat in the true spirit and speedy justice. And the concept of Lok Adalat is take up the share of the people movement. Before concluding my words, I take this opportunity to thank everyone.
ಸೇವಾ ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಅಲೋಕ್ ಆರಾಧ್ಯ ಅವರೇ, ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಎಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳೇ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಇಡೀ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರಾಗೆ ವಕೀಲರ ಸಂಘ ವಕೀಲರು ಸಹ ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಗೆ ಅವರು ಸಹ ಭಾಗಿದಾರರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಬಾರಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಲೋಕ ಅದಾಲತಲ್ಲಿ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯತ್ತ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೊಂಡೊಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ವಕೀಲರ ಸಮುದಾಯದ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅನ್ನುವ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರು ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು ಚರ್ಚೆಗಳು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಪಾವಿತ್ರ್ಯತೆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ಈ ದೇಶದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ನೀಡಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ತಲೆ ಬಗ್ಗಿ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಬಾಗಿಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಕಕ್ಷಿದಾರರ ಮನೆ ಬಾಗಿಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಬಡ ಕಕ್ಷಿದಾರರಿಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕೊಡುವ ಈ ಓದಾತ್ತ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಕಾನೂನು ಸೇವಾ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರ ಇವತ್ತು ರಜಾ ದಿನ ಆದರೂ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕೆಟ್ಟದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ, ನಮ್ಮ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. ಈ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗವನ್ನು ಗಟ್ಟಿಗೊಳಿಸುವಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಗಳ ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಇದೆ. ಈ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗವನ್ನು ಡಿಮಾರಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ನಾವು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗವನ್ನು ಬಲಿಷ್ಠಗೊಳಿಸುವ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಹೌದು, ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಸಹ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು ಬಂದ ನಂತರ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರವನ್ನು ಹೋಗಲಾಡಿಸುವ ಸತತ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ವಕೀಲರ ಸಮುದಾಯ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಮುಂದೇನೂ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನುವ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗವನ್ನು ಕೆಟ್ಟದಾಗಿ ಯಾರೂ ಬಿಂಬಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ. ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ಹಿತಾಸಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಈ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗದಿಂದ ಈ ದೇಶ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ, ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಈ ಮೆಗಾ ಲೋಕ ಅದಾಲತ್ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹಕಾರ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಬಲವಿದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ
Justice Alok Aradhe and their entire team has now set up a very well organized machinery for conducting Lok Adalats. A very important role is played by the administrative judges of all the districts. In fact, all the administrative judges have played very proactive role in holding Lok Adalats. They have been regularly monitoring the identification of cases to be placed before the Lok Adalat. They have been monitoring holding of pre-conciliation meetings. Now we are listing different categories of cases before the Lok Adalat. For years, the normal practice was to place cases, compensation cases under the Motor Vehicle Act, the cases under Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, and few cases of compoundable offences. In the last Lok Adalat, more than 3,000 partition suits were settled. Now this is something of considerable importance because as all of us know that partition suits have long life. There is a preliminary decree, there is a final decree, there are appeals against preliminary and final decree. We hope to include different category of cases in the National Lok Adalat which are normally difficult to settle. Now we have to concentrate on the cases of senior citizens under Senior Citizens Act, the cases under Domestic Violence Act, and there are various categories of cases which now we'll have to prioritize. Under Clause F of Section 4 of the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987, it is the function of the National Legal Services Authority to encourage settlement of disputes by way of negotiation, arbitration, and conciliation. Under subsection 1 of Section 7 of the said Act, one of the functions of the State Legal Services Authority is to implement the policies and programs of the National Legal Services Authority. Yesterday,
I must congratulate them and everybody who has cooperated with them in this effort of holding this mega Lok Adalat. As was already pointed out to you, though the Constitution of India specifically does not say access to justice is a fundamental right, it has been stated so in clear terms by the pronouncements of the Apex Court that it is a right of every citizen. In democracy, access to justice ought to have been a right of every citizen, but from very many years after we became independent, after we became a republic, that access was not freely available to every citizen of this country. And I'm happy to note that there is an effort that is being made to make access to justice as one of the important rights that should be provided to citizens of India. I wish all the Legal Services Authority and others connected in this effort all the very best in achieving its goal. Ladies and gentlemen, there is another aspect of judicial system that I want to place before you for your kind consideration. Access to justice is just one of the methods that should be available to a citizen. Out of justice system is also should be another system that should be available, which should be fast and quick. As you all know, today, justice delivery system suffers from one deficiency, which is the delay in disposal of cases. It's a well-known fact that normally a case takes at least 40 to 50 years by the time it is finally concluded by the apex court of this country. And almost, if not 50%, more than 50% of the cases are carried to the Supreme Court. When the Supreme Court was established way back in 1950, it had 7 judges and hardly 100 cases a year must have been filed at that point of time. Things have changed very much. Today, that filing per year must be going into lakhs. So is the problem that's faced by the high courts and other courts in India. I was just reading in today's paper a criminal case involving 2 sisters in a murder charge was decided by the Mumbai High Court after 23 years. Imagine if really those persons were not guilty, being put or incarcerated for so many years is also denial of justice. But what do? People have so much of confidence in the system that they want to rush to the court for relief. The number of judges does not solve this problem. We have to address this problem of why so many cases are coming to this institution today. In my opinion, I hope I'm wrong, there are a lot of speculative litigations coming into the system. If you can get into the system, because you have provided access to justice, get an interim order. You go to the trial court, you may lose the case. You know you're going to lose the case. You go to the first appellate court, you go to the second appellate court, you go to the high court or a revisional court, you go to the Supreme Court. By the time the Supreme Court decides the case, it will be about 35, 40, 50 years. He enjoys the benefit of the interim order. This speculative litigation is the one which is causing a burden on the justice delivery system. We have to find a way out of it. You have found a way for access to justice. You must find a way access out of system, justice delivery system, quickly. Of course, there are statements: justice denied is justice. Justice delayed is justice denied. There are people like me who says, yes, justice hurried is justice buried. We have a slogan for everything.
We have reached the concluding part. Chief Guest of this function, Honorable Sri Justice inaugurating Mega Lok Adalat to be held today in Honorable Sri Justice Arvind Kumar, executive guiding force in conducting Lok Adalat in the High Court of Karnataka, Mr. M.P. Arvind, Additional Solicitor General of India, P. Prabhu K. Nawati, Advocate General, Sri Shikant, Assistant Solicitor for having delivered the address. I thank Honorable Sri P.G. Shivashankar Gaura,